This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Republic 2: The Sith Lords. In the last episode, we could explore through Iziz, Iziz. We didn't make very much progress, though, because we talked to Beast Riders, political dissonance, hearing what's going on, and other such things. And Kreia giving us a bit of grandmotherly advice that we didn't ask for. So in this episode, we're going to continue exploring, talk to some more people, and maybe get to the political intrigue. Who knows? We'll see. Oh, and some lady wanted us to give her a visa about something about her husband being a jerk and trying to kill a political leader or something like that. But we know her lies. Although some guy did promise to pay us just $2,000 straight up. That would be awesome. Well, we don't have an extra visa right now anyway, so who knows? All right, let's talk to the captain and learn some more info about what's going on here.
Back again, Off-Worlder? I'm sure you have a starport visa. If I were you, I'd leave before too many more beast cages are stacked in the streets.
Yeah, he told me about that. How, let's see, where
Thorians have been buying them to help rebuild
Oh.
Telos. I don't know why, but ever since they started, the Beast Riders have been crawling out of the woodworks to sell them animals. But the Republic blockade has meant long delays, and because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Iziz.
Yeah, the beast guy told us about it before. So, you know, we asked him about the tower.
Towers like these.
Drexel, we asked about that. Okay, there we go. We can ask him about the Beast Riders. Long story. And we told him, and his son said, oh, you act like my son. It's like, oh, okay, we actually want to hear it this time. Even though we already heard it from a Beast Rider, but let's hear it from the other side of things.
Someone else who likes history, huh? All right. Iziz was formed pretty much at the dawn of our civilization. It was born out of necessity. It protected us from the dangerous beasts that litter Onderon. This city is as old as our civilization. Most of our technology was invented to fortify these walls and protect us. For ages, our worst criminals were cast out of the city to an almost certain death. It wasn't completely certain, though. Some of the criminals figured out how to survive out there. They learned how to tame the native beasts, and it wasn't long before they turned their attention to Iziz.
So the beasts are kind of like their version of the Australians, where they sent all their criminals out into the wilderness, and they somehow survived in that, you know, desolate place where they probably shouldn't have survived, but somehow did anyway. I mean, it's not exactly the same as the Australian penal colony, but yeah, you know. Anyway, but the Beast Riders aren't your enemies anymore. What happened?
About 50 years ago, Princess Gallia married one of the great leaders of the Beast Riders, Orin Kira. That was right at the start of the Beast Wars. By the end of it, Gallia was crowned queen, and finally there was peace between our people.
Beast Wars? Were Transformers involved? Are you still allies?
It's hard to put aside centuries of conflict. There's an uneasiness between our people. The Beast Riders are upset that General Vaklu has forbidden Drexel in Iziz. Citizens usually only see the fallen Beast Riders, who know better than thugs.
Like Mandalorians, and the Mandalorian goes, shut the heck up. What was it? At least this game gets kind of realistic when, you know, just because like a queen married this dude, all of a sudden all prejudices disappear. It's like, no, some people still have some deep-seated resentments, and you can't just get rid of that in a day. You know, sometimes it just takes cajoling and influence over the course of years. You know, so don't hate anyone for their prejudice. Just try to convince them over a period of time, and don't. It's always, people always just want to shove it like in your face that you shouldn't do this, and yeah, it's obvious to a lot of us, but some of us just didn't grow up that way or influenced other ways. So just slowly persuade them over the course of years, listen to them talk about it, and then just kind of introduce points of view, and you'd be surprised how often people are more receptive when you just don't force your ideas onto others. Always listen to them and give them a suggested other way. So that's your therapeutic tips today by Vauldemare. Thanks for watching. Now back to the game. Can I ask you something else?
Certainly. Things are quiet right now. I have some time. What do you want to talk about?
There are a lot of soldiers around.
These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements.
Disagreements? That's putting it mildly. Could you tell me more about the troubles? Or tell me about the troubles?
I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Ask around, though. There are plenty of people who'd like nothing more than to talk about it.
And he's being a good little soldier, but at least he knows that we're going to find out about it anyway, so let's just ask around. How did you get in trouble?
Times are too complex for a simple soldier like myself. Sometimes I made the mistake of answering questions honestly. If you say anything bad about a superior officer, they call that disrespecting the rank. Do that too many times and it's not long before you're a civilian.
They don't want fighting or questioning amongst the ranks, especially in military or dangerous situations. I can kind of see reasons for that, but you know, there's got to be a balance on it. Okay, who else can I talk to about what's going on?
The politics of the day is probably the most talked about subject in the city, and everyone wants to share their particular view of what's going on. Opinions are like Gizka around here. They breed like mad.
Or my favorite one, opinions are like butts. Everyone's got one. Or there's a more cruder version, but you get my point. Alright, anyway, see you later, Riken. You're slightly differently designed, but we'll never see you again. At least not for story purposes, anyway. Although it's not like you're a part of the story purpose anyway, but you know what I mean.
We're going to have to find another soul for Jade.
Oh. I didn't think you guys would be caring about that this time. But apparently the Progress Mining Facility is supposed to be like a whole, this is a galaxy important, that type of thing. Like it was a big deal that happened, so.
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You came from the spaceport, right?
Maybe, and the only reason I'm talking to you is you're named. You better be important. No, I live in Iziz. Why do you think I was off-world? Yes, I am.
But this is good news. You have a starport visa, right? I can only sell my best weapons if you have that. These soldiers ensure that I don't forget these formalities.
Watch it, Keg. The captain already has enough complaints about you.
No need to be alarmed, my foreign friend. Pay the soldier no heed. Pretend he isn't here.
That's gonna be hard to do. I mean, look at the guy. He looks like a military ninja or something like that. And your voice actor sounds very familiar. I've probably heard you in anime or other BioWare games before. Wouldn't be surprised. What do you sell?
Large variety of weapons. My stock is very good. You might want to buy some before the general decides he needs more blasters. Then weapon merchants like myself have the honor of providing them to him at a substantial discount, even below what it costs us. We do it happily, or else.
Or else what, Keg?
Or else we are very unhappy at not being able to do our part.
Sucks for you, Geg. You're not getting your proper commission. Why can you only sell to people with starport visas?
General Vaklu is concerned about well-armed insurgents. They've had to get arms from somewhere. Not from me, of course, but all sales of weapons have been severely restricted. I can only sell to off-worlders like you that have the proper clearance. And now off-worlders can't come here because of the blockade and searches, but it's a wise policy.
So they're kind of strangling commerce even if you sell weapons and stuff. Kind of like that Aquilish outside. So you're happy about this then?
Of course. Soldiers are only doing their job. Even if it puts me out of business, I am happy. Even if I'm forced to live off scraps in the street, I am so happy to do my part. Long live General Vaklu.
Just say change Vaklu to any other despot in history and boom, there you go. What can you tell me about Iziz?
Oh, everything is great here. We're all very happy. So, very happy.
Can't speak his mind because the guy's standing right next to him. Let me see what you sell. Alright, let's see. It looks like it just has a lot of standard stuff. Nothing that we need. Or at least I don't think so. Not really. Ooh, we've got bowcasters now. Since we don't have a Hanhar, or since we didn't get Hanhar, we don't... Actually, technically we could use this without it. I just like giving bowcasters to Wookiees. Even though Hanhar is not meant for ranged at all. He is pure fighter through and through when, if you recruit him on in your group. But, okay. It looks like there's not more. Yeah, Iziz is a pretty straightforward area. There's really not much exploring to be had for the most part. So... You do most of the exploring when you're on Duxon with Mandalore and all that. Oh, looks like there's a rally going on. We'll talk to that here in a second. Oh yeah, I haven't really talked to Mandalore.
Although it's probably best to just wait till the mission's over and we can talk to him on the ship. Unless he actually, maybe we can ask, see if he has any insight to what's going on here.
What do you want?
Help me out. Oh yeah, he goes, stimulants. I remember someone in the previous game being able to do that too. Weird. Would have thought that a little low blow. If you're the leader of the Mandalorians, I would have thought you'd be tougher than you are. Could you give me stimulants?
I thought that the Force would be enough of a weapon for a Jedi like yourself. Need a little something extra to work up your courage in a fight.
It's not much for myself.
Right. That makes sense. I'm sure the others are just too embarrassed to ask for themselves, so they sent you in their place.
Sure. Okay, have them alright. Yeah, that's right.
We wouldn't want to let them down. Here. And don't get too attached to them. I only have time to make so many. Now, was there something else you needed?
Okay, I didn't know if he had any information about our current situation, so... I forgot what stims he gives us. I think he gives us your standard, like adrenal, something like that. Patrol checkout. Do we really need to mess with this right now? Well, we can check and see what it does. Oh. Oh. Okay. Alright, there's a thing going on there. We'll probably have to interact with that soon. Ooh, another named person. Hello!
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
Oh. I was about to say you're named. Clearly we're supposed to be able to communicate with each other. But General Vaklu would cut himself off from many planets of the Republic. This is foolish in solitude. No civilization prospers. You don't understand the people of Alderaan. They are proud and have fought many adversities to get where they are, mostly by themselves. They have given much to the Republic and see little in return. General Vaklu believes independence would be in Iziz's best interest. But the Republic fights battles to free Alderaan from Mandalorian warriors. Should be thankful. Queen Talia is young but looks after her people. She should be honored. The Mandalorians would never have been on that moon if it weren't for Exar Kun, and he was a fallen Jedi. I think General Vaklu is right. Wasn't Exar Kun like a couple centuries ago or something like that? What do you think of Queen Talia? Talia works for the Republic. She rules peacefully and is popular with her people. Her intentions are good, I admit, but those close to power see the mistakes she makes. Nobles, high-ranking military, they all support General Vaklu. She does not have the experience of governing, which Iziz needs in these times. Well, I mean, I should be a mediator, so I shouldn't really have any strong ties to either one or the other. But I am feeling the Queen at this point, just because. You know, light side and all that. I don't know much about General Vaklu. Vaklu lies. He twists words and tries to take heart of people away from their rightful queen. He is a Scoot. Shut up. Or Scuda, whatever. He is a war hero, leader of the resistance during the Mandalorian Wars, a man of vision with experience. He may not tell all the truth, but he works for the best interests of the people. Many realize this. He would start a war to oust the good queen. The suffering he would bring is wrong. Who do you trust more? I don't want to get involved. There would be deep consequences if Alderaan secedes from the Republic. The Republic is ailing. Independence may serve many planets better. In times of need, we should lend aid. Wars hurt Republic, but Republic protected us all. For future conflict, governments will protect again. Who do you trust more? Humans ask good questions. I don't trust Vaklu. He lies to people. He's been caught in them before. Talia, honorable. The question is unfair. Sometimes leaders know things that the rest of us can't know. I may not trust everything he says or his people say, but he is also a man of honor. He never breaks a promise. But if he can't trust your leader's words, then how can you trust their motives? Human sentience. What do you think? Human sentience. I also confess, I am curious what you think. Well, I am one that I would like my leaders to tell me the truth of such matters and stuff, covering it up, even if it's for my own benefit, because I don't trust people in that type of power, no matter who it is, because power corrupts absolutely and all that stuff, and don't mindlessly follow the lead, you know, don't be a sheep or a drone or however you want to go about it, but no. Anyway, trust leaders are crucial. I'd rather support Queen and Talia. Vaklu sounds capable in his ambition, drive, and experience is a powerful combination. The Queen is Alderaan rightful ruler, disposing her would be treason. The Republic is taking advantage of Alderaan. A little revolution now and again can be a good thing. I'll lend support whoever serves my interests better.
I'm not gonna get into this. Trusting your leaders is well, even though I say it earlier about not completely trusting people. Trusting your leaders is crucial. I'd rather support Queen Talia. I agree with you, human sentient. Queen Talia has good thoughts and instincts. She'll be a great leader. Let us discuss this further at the cantina. Thank you for your conversation, human. Oh, well. Glad we could add our insight, even though it doesn't really do anything. Alright, the missile. If we go through here, that'll take us somewhere, I think. Okay, we don't want to leave that way yet, so. Alright, let's listen in on this group of people. Must have something important to say. Otherwise, why would they be gathered? There's nothing wrong with gatherings of people who are angry.
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia. Back General Vaklu in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we have given, now we get nothing. The Republic is weak and falling apart. Its Jedi, whose fallen brethren have brought such misery to us, have disbanded. Let's be the first world to take our future into our hands. Are you with me?
Well, I don't know why you sorted me out. I'm the Jedi with the lightsaber, as you so rightly said that we are bad influences, even though there's only like a handful of us left. Who, me? Now my concern is in my home planet. Sure, the Republic does something in return for you. The Queen should listen to the will of her people. Who, me?
Yes, you! It is up to each and every one of us to turn the tide, to take control of our future.
Raise your spears, raise your swords. We'll chase after the beast or whatever. How that song goes. Sure, the Republic does something in return for you.
No, they take from us. They are like Minox, sucking energy and resources from so many worlds. They bleed us for their bureaucracy and their excesses.
That's enough, Ponlar. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close to treason.
You can't silence me forever, soldier. But I'll keep my peace. For now.
Don't you like it when some people have a point of view when you try to say, so the other side doesn't do this or whatever? They'll all of a sudden go like, no! Not at all. There's no commonality between either side. Rah, 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 you know.
If I speak more right now, the soldiers will arrest me. Perhaps later.
You have a slightly different model.
These are dangerous times. People like Ponlar aren't making it any easier.
I don't know. It's definitely an interesting thing. Any random crowds have anything.
Was completely destroyed.
Okay, nothing really much there. I wonder if that one named character has anything to say now.
I'm quite busy right now.
Nope. Maybe you're part of another quest or someone that hasn't activated. Alright, well, continue on since you're not activating. At least I assume everyone with a name has something. Although there have been a few cases in these games where a named character, like the merchant, all he does is just sell you stuff, so it's not, he's named, but he doesn't really do anything as part of a side quest or anything like that. I mean, there could be a quest surrounding here that I have to get somewhere else and come back, but who knows? Who knows? But let's enter the next section of the city and find out more political discord and see who's right. Unfortunately, in this case, it's pretty much General Vaklu is pretty much the aggressor and more the more evil of the two sides, while the Queen's pretty much the good character because she's listening to the Jedi Master and his suggestions, even though it's hurting her in the long run. But it'll bring out the Sith apparently, or whatever evil presence that's causing this. But we don't get too many shuttles coming to Iziz anymore, especially shuttles without passengers. A good friend works at the starport and knows this. You raised some questions. Questions I've answered. So, you are Valeria, last of a dying breed, they say. Too difficult to find alone, they say, so meet some of my new employees. The bounty already had would make me and my men extremely wealthy. This is my lucky day. I don't think you haven't fought Jedi before, have you? Let me show you our little tricks. And we brought the leader of the Mandalorians with us as well. And a Jedi teacher. You are so screwed now. Whee! I don't know how many that actually stopped, but yeah, it stopped a good. Actually, I think I killed a good deal of them already too. Yep, a lot of them are stunned. Force push. That is an awesome skill. Alright, we probably don't even need to... I don't even need to flurry these guys, because they're... There you go. There you go. Sorry, what was that about having enough people to take me down? Oh, right, you're all dead. Yeah, combat gloves? Forgot what those do off the top of my head. Pinpoint scope. Oh, I'll use that for upgrades later on. Security tunneler. Don't really need that, but hey, we have it. Alright. Anything else here before we continue on? No other bodies with dropped equipment? Nope. Don't see anything? Okay. Just making sure. Sometimes in BioWare games, or BioWare engine games, at least the early ones, sometimes it take a second for items to actually be picked up, you know. I don't know why, it's just how I guess the engine goes or whatever. Beast Rider Thug.
A lot of credits to be made around here lately. You have the right skills.
Well, it says you're a thug, so you must be a thug. Do you wear your pants? Like, do you not pull up your pants? Is that why you're considered a thug? I'm just kidding. But I got a droid there. Nothing over here. More thugs. Thugs are everywhere.
Some of those alien thugs had a go at you, right? I don't want to cross you.
Huh, and you're a thug, apparently. A British thug, but you're still a thug.
A lot of credits to be made around here lately.
You sound like that other Beast Rider we saw earlier, but you're not. He wasn't a thug. So what makes you all a thug? Is it yellow? Is it the color yellow? Does that make you a thug? I don't understand. It just says you are. IBBD.
An automated droid vendor. I have in stock a variety of quality droid components. No refunds and no haggling. Do you have any interest in my goods?
No haggling? What kind of merchant are you? And what do you sell?
1B8D sells droid components and droids. Currently there are 0 droids in stock and a moderate selection of components. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Do you sell any HK parts? They're probably to make you more helpful. Let me just see if I can rewire to be a little bit more helpful.
Reinitializing complete. Greetings. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Hey, 1B8D, please give me components for free.
That goes against my primary behavior programming. All items must be sold based on the most favorable market conditions. 1B8D cannot haggle. This is also a part of my primary behavior matrix.
But I fixed you. 1B8D, request access market conditions. Change all, multiply by 0.
Market conditions all set to 0. All prices now set to base cost value. Do you have any interest in my goods?
That's such a dick thing to do. Let me see what you have for sale. Basically, it doesn't mark it up. They're basically what... Well, I mean, they're slightly marked up from their original, but... Although I don't think I need... Oh, do we have the processor? I don't think we do, actually, so... Let's go and buy that. Alright. I don't think we had it already. I could be wrong, but... and then, obviously, droid upgrades for... Goto or Go-To. Sorry. The droid is Go-To. The actual man is Goto. At least that's the way I understand it. Or T3M4. Or, obviously, HK47 if he's... Although you shouldn't have him by this point. The only problem with HK in this game is it takes forever to get him on your team. It's almost not worth it at a point. Which is kind of sad, really.
Gent's place. He's not the best doctor you'll ever meet, but he's well connected in this city. Doesn't look like he's here right now, though.
You looking for Dagon? You're not gonna find him here.
Where is he?
A soldier captain was murdered at the cantina real good. They got some suspects at the tower. From what I hear, Dagon Gent is one of them.
He was murdered real good? Wow. What tower?
It's the turret tower on the other side of the market. Captain Riken is the man to talk to.
Oh, we have to go back to Riken, huh? Thanks for the info.
If you talk to him, tell him I got his 20 credits.
Okay. Yeah, we'll ask for the 20 credits and get it back. And obviously he's not here, but let's take a look around.
We don't really need this Dagon, right? But it'd be nice to have another person knowledgeable in the city of Mandalore is aware of this guy. So there's a black battle armor. Don't really need it, but hey, we'll take it. Chemicals. Chemicals. Lab station. Okay. So yeah, we have to go back to the other screen for that. We haven't run to the canteen or anything like that. I wonder if that's supposed to be right here. Not for you, loser.
A lot of credits to be.
Heard of any good finds?
I'll just see if there's any like interesting dialogue for any of these random people. Okay, nope. And see, this is the cantina, right? Hello, Mr. Bouncer.
If you come inside, you make no problems. Many problems recently. Make sure they're known. So many problems. Bith hire me. So go and drink, but no fight or kill.
All right, I can do both. Fight and drink. You know, fought around the world. You know, being like, I'll be like Russell Crowe. It's easy. Fought around the world. Oh, I thought I heard the music and then it was like trying to load up, so we'll wait for it to occur. Yeah, we might as well check out the canteen, see if we get any interesting information, and then we can be on our way to the plot. Yeah, it's taking quite a bit of time to actually get to the major plot part of the game. So, okay, so maybe this area has a bit more exploring than I expected. I guess that's the problem with not playing a game after so many years, is you forget little details like over the course. Despite me remembering the gist of the game, I do forget minor details. But yeah, sometimes it's playing these games again is almost like a me going on the journey all over again, except with everyone watching me.
Are you a starship captain or a passenger? Please, if I could take a moment of your time.
What do you want?
I am Gorwell, captain of the Tweeter. I have been stuck in Iziz for over a week because some flaming scoundrel stole my starport visa. And now those idiot guards won't let me pass. My crew is going to leave without me soon. We can't afford to be docked for so long. I don't suppose you have an extra starport visa. Well, not yet, anyway. Looks like there's 3 people who need a visa now. Yeesh. Can't talk with you about Captain Sulia's murder? Oh, yeah. Have you tried to explain your situation to soldiers? I only have mine. I'm using it. There'd be a lot of people here that need one. Do you know what's going on here? Have you tried to explain your situation to the soldiers? No starport visa, no exit, they said. Even when my crew came out and vouched for me. Mindless bureaucrats. I tell you, once I get off this rock, I'm never coming back.
Probably a good idea. Seems to be a lot of people here that need one.
You speak the truth. I don't have a fortune. I'm but a captain struggling to make ends meet, but I'll pay you 500 credits if you find one. Help another captain out.
So he still pays us, but he's kind of a middle of the road. So there's the selfish guy who just wants it just to sell it to someone else. There's the captain who generally needs it, but it'll at least give us something for efforts. And then the political family who probably won't give us anything, but want to get out anyway. Do you know what's going on here?
I don't know that for certain. The military has limited all travel throughout the city. Checkpoints are everywhere, and rumors of war. There's no place for me.
I only have mine. I'm using it.
Without a skilled slicer, starport visa wouldn't be any help anyway. That visa is key to you alone. I need an open starport visa, just like everyone else here. If you happen to find one, I'll pay for it.
A slicer?
A very good slicer could strip the identification code for a visa and make it an open one. That is no doubt happened to my starport visa. A word of wisdom from me to you. Guard your visa with your life. You don't want to be reduced to this.
It's almost like that in real life, too, when you think about it. Okay, I'll be going. We could probably ask him about the murder again if we popped up the thing, but... Do you like my Leku? Leku are the name of the... Aren't Leku the name of their head tails or whatever they're called? I think so. Although it's been a while since I've read like the book of aliens from Star Wars. This patron ignores you. What a jerk. Why did the waitress over get my drink? Let's see. Oh, here we go. We got a named character here. You sound familiar. You're an off-worlder, right? My name is Kith. Nice to see a friendly face. Iziz has been a hostile place for our kind lately. What do you know of the city? What do you do? I dabble mostly, and dab too. A little this and that, enough to make a living, really. Could you be a little more vague? I could try, I suppose. I prefer to keep my affairs to myself. How about I won't ask you about your business, then we can call it even. I guess that's true. What do you know about the city? The perilous times they are facing. I have lived here for several years. I may be leaving soon. Do not worry, I don't need a starport visa. There are enough people begging for those. What do you think of the General of the Queen? I think General Vaklu is too short-sighted. Many wars have come to Iziz since they joined the Republic, but so has a great deal of growth and revenue. The whole universe is interconnected, and once you taste the marvels it brings, can you wall yourself off? But they are curious. Man, this is almost apropos to like what's going on currently in at least in my country at the moment. Like the combination between isolationism and what is that term when we're all interconnected, like just geologically connected or whatever the term is? Like we can't just back away from it now. I don't know. I'm definitely not going to go into it, but if you're aware of American politics at the time, even if you're from another country, and then you know all too well what's going on. But like I said, we're not going to talk about that now. I'll be going now. But with that awkwardness out of the way, so. Looks like we have at least another side quest to finish before we can get on to the next part, solving Captain Sulia's murder. Now, why should we do this? Because they've talked about it. Maybe we won't solve the murder, but maybe we'll know information about this to get a reward or something out of it. But anyway, in the next episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, we'll continue exploring Iziz, maybe solve this murder, and continue on with the plot. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. And may the Force be with you.